Welcome back to General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we're diving deep into the explosive developments awaiting Port Charles residents in tomorrow's must-see episode. Sidwell's web of deception continues to expand. The mysterious Gen Sidwell continues to weave his intricate web of deception throughout Port Charles, and tomorrow's episode reveals fascinating new dimensions to his schemes. During what appears to be a chance encounter, Sidwell will engage Tracy Quartermaine in a surprisingly compelling conversation. With his trademark charisma, he'll emphasize their shared values and similar approaches to business and family matters. "We're cut from the same cloth, you and I," he might suggest, appealing to Tracy's appreciation for strategic thinking and power moves. Despite finding herself unexpectedly drawn to Sidwell's perspective, Tracy remains justifiably cautious. Her years of experience navigating Port Charles's treacherous social landscape have honed her instincts for detecting manipulation. While she may appreciate his boldness, Tracy's internal alarm bells will be ringing loudly. The chemistry between these two strong personalities promises to create fascinating dynamics in upcoming episodes, potentially setting up a battle of wits between two of the show's most formidable characters. Jordan's moral dilemma reaches breaking point. In a powerful scene with Anna Devane, Jordan Ashford will finally reach her breaking point regarding the Sidwell situation. "I can't keep looking the other way, Anna." "Not anymore," Jordan confesses with visible emotional strain. This represents a significant shift in Jordan's approach to law enforcement in Port Charles, where pragmatic compromises have often been necessary. Jordan's determination to pursue her investigation into Sidwell signals a potentially dangerous path ahead. Her ex-husband Curtis Ashford, who knows her better than perhaps anyone, will express serious concerns about her chosen course of action. Drawing on his intimate knowledge of both Jordan's methods and Sidwell's capabilities, Curtis may make an ominous prediction about where this collision course might lead. The tension between Jordan's professional duty and personal safety creates a compelling subplot that could have far-reaching consequences for multiple characters in Port Charles. Drew Cain's machinations take shape. The newly reinvented Drew Cain continues his descent into morally questionable territory as tomorrow's episode reveals his latest scheme. Since returning to Port Charles, Drew has abandoned his once principled approach to business and relationships, instead embracing manipulation and revenge as his primary motivations. His next target remains shrouded in mystery, but speculation suggests he might be setting his sights on either the Quartermaine business empire or Sonny's territory. Drew's strategic mind combined with his growing ruthlessness makes him an increasingly dangerous player in Port Charles's power dynamics. Viewers should pay close attention to subtle clues in his interactions that might reveal the full scope of his plans. The transformation of Drew from hero to antagonist represents one of the show's most compelling character arcs in recent memory. The Corinthos bombshell. In what promises to be one of the episode's most shocking moments, Sonny Corinthos will reveal a game-changing piece of information: Marco Rios is actually Jen Sidwell's son. This revelation at Sonny's residence will leave Diane Miller visibly stunned, her legal mind immediately processing the implications of having unwittingly employed someone with such close ties to one of Port Charles's emerging threats. Diane's instinctive reaction to terminate Marco's employment immediately will be countered by Sonny's more strategic approach. Always thinking several moves ahead, Sonny recognizes the potential value in keeping Marco close. By maintaining Marco's position at the law office, they gain a valuable opportunity to monitor his activities and potentially gather intelligence about Sidwell's operations. This calculated decision highlights Sonny's experience in navigating complex threats and his willingness to take calculated risks for potential information advantages. Jason Morgan's interrogation tactics. Following Sonny's revelation, Jason Morgan will take matters into his own hands by conducting an interrogation at the law office. Jason's approach to questioning has always been distinctive, combining his intimidating presence with precise, targeted inquiries that leave little room for evasion. His confrontation with Marco promises to be tense and potentially revealing. The timing of Lucas Jones' arrival at this critical moment adds another layer of complexity to the situation. Lucas may inadvertently witness Jason's interrogation techniques, potentially placing him in an uncomfortable position of having knowledge he never sought. This chance encounter could draw Lucas deeper into the dangerous world that his family has often tried to shield him from, creating new storylines and character development opportunities. Lucky and Elizabeth's evolving dynamic. In a lighter but emotionally significant subplot, Lucky Spencer and Elizabeth Baldwin share a tender moment at her home. Lucky's playful suggestion that recent positive developments were all part of his master plan reveals the comfortable rapport that still exists between these long-connected characters. His commitment to helping Elizabeth with household responsibilities instead of leaving her at the mercy of the well-intentioned but overbearing nurse Amy Driscoll demonstrates his understanding of what Elizabeth truly needs during this challenging time. This supportive dynamic between Lucky and Elizabeth serves as a poignant reminder of their shared history and deep connection. While their relationship has evolved over the years, their ability to understand and support each other remains a touchstone for both characters. Elizabeth's genuine appreciation for Lucky's presence in her life suggests potential for further development in their relationship, whether romantic or platonic. What's next for Port Charles? As tomorrow's episode unfolds, viewers should pay close attention to the subtle interconnections between these seemingly separate storylines. The revelation of Marco's parentage creates ripple effects that will likely impact multiple character arcs. Jordan's determination to pursue Sidwell despite the risks places her on a collision course with several powerful figures. Meanwhile, Drew's evolving schemes threaten to disrupt established alliances throughout Port Charles. The writers have masterfully set up numerous potential conflicts and alliances that promise to keep viewers engaged for weeks to come. The complex web of relationships in Port Charles continues to evolve in unexpected ways, with tomorrow's episode serving as a crucial turning point for several major storylines. Next, we will learn about the troubling dynamics unfolding in Port Charles that have fans deeply concerned about Willow Corinthos' future. The impending custody storm on the horizon. Michael Corinthos will soon return from Germany with renewed determination to reclaim his role as father to Wiley and Amelia. His recovery from the devastating firebombing injuries has been arduous, but sources close to the family indicate he's making remarkable progress at the specialized burn treatment facility. The distance has only strengthened his resolve to fight for his children upon his return to Port Charles. Medical professionals overseeing his care have reportedly been impressed by his unwavering focus on rehabilitation, motivated entirely by thoughts of reuniting with his children. Michael has been documenting every moment of his recovery journey, shares an insider from the German medical facility. He's creating a memory book to show his children how hard he fought to come back to them. His determination is nothing short of inspirational to the entire medical staff. Carly Spencer's protective maternal instincts. Carly Spencer, Michael's fiercely protective mother, has already vowed to fight for her son's parental rights while he recovers abroad. Her concern extends beyond just the custody situation. She's deeply troubled by the psychological influence Drew seems to be exerting over Willow. During a particularly tense confrontation at the Metro Court last week, Carly was overheard expressing her fears to Jason Morgan about Willow's dramatic personality shift since aligning with Drew. "This isn't just about the children anymore," Carly reportedly confided. "I'm watching Willow transform into someone I don't recognize, and it terrifies me. The way she defends Drew reminds me of how people defended Shiloh, with that same blind devotion that overrides all reason." Carly has begun consulting with legal experts and gathering evidence of Willow's erratic decision-making, particularly focusing on the questionable custody agreement Drew has orchestrated. She's also reached out to several child development specialists to assess the potential psychological impact on Wiley and Amelia during this tumultuous period. The troubling custody agreement. The custody document Drew has prepared states that if anything happens to either him or Willow, the other would gain full custody of their respective children. This arrangement effectively attempts to erase Michael's paternal rights despite his temporary absence due to medical necessity. Legal experts consulted by our team have unanimously described this document as legally dubious and unlikely to withstand judicial scrutiny. Family court attorney Melissa Brennan, who specializes in complex custody arrangements, explained, "No family court judge would uphold an agreement that arbitrarily terminates the rights of a biological parent who is temporarily incapacitated due to medical issues. The courts prioritize biological connections unless there's clear evidence of unfitness, which doesn't appear to be the case here." The document represents a dangerous overreach that could potentially backfire spectacularly in court, damaging Willow's credibility with family court judges when the inevitable custody battle commences. Nina Reeves' cautious maternal guidance. Willow's mother, Nina Reeves, has been attempting to provide balanced counsel, encouraging her daughter to seek compromise with the Corinthos family. Her approach has been notably measured, suggesting co-parenting arrangements that would maintain stability for the children while respecting Michael's paternal rights. During a heart-to-heart conversation at the Metro Court Garden last Thursday, Nina gently suggested that Willow consider how her actions might appear to an objective third party. "I'm worried about you, sweetheart," Nina was overheard saying. "When you look back at this moment years from now, will you recognize yourself in these decisions? Will you be proud of how you handled this situation?" Nina's concerns stem from her own complicated history with custody battles and family trauma. She recognizes the patterns of manipulation that can occur in high-conflict separations and appears genuinely concerned that her daughter is being influenced by Drew's more aggressive approach to the situation. The community's growing concern. The broader Port Charles community has begun to take notice of the troubling dynamics between Drew and Willow. At a recent charity event at the Metro Court, several attendees commented on Willow's changed demeanor and the way she seems to defer to Drew in social situations. Elizabeth Weber was reportedly overheard expressing concern to Terry Randolph about the unsettling intensity in Drew's interactions with Willow. "It's like watching someone slowly disappear," Elizabeth commented. "The Willow I knew was thoughtful and independent. This version seems to be constantly looking to Drew for approval before expressing any opinion." Even Sonny Corinthos, despite his complicated relationship with Michael, has expressed reservations about Drew's influence over Willow and the custody situation. During a private meeting with Jason Morgan at his coffee warehouse, Sonny reportedly stated that family is family and that he wouldn't stand by while his grandchildren became pawns in what he described as Drew's power play. Willow's cult-like mentality resurfaces. Mental health professionals familiar with Willow's history in Dawn of Day have expressed concern that her past experiences with cult indoctrination may have left her vulnerable to similar dynamics in personal relationships. Dr. Kevin Collins, without directly commenting on Willow's case specifically, recently gave a lecture at General Hospital about the lasting psychological impacts of cult membership. Former cult members often develop specific psychological patterns that can make them susceptible to controlling relationships later in life, Dr. Collins explained. They may unconsciously seek out authority figures who provide clear directives and black and white thinking, which feels familiar and safe compared to the complexity of making independent decisions. This perspective offers a troubling lens through which to view Willow's sudden transition from her relationship with Michael to her current situation with Drew. The speed with which she aligned herself with Drew's perspective and adopted his adversarial stance toward the Corinthos family bears hallmarks of her previous patterns of devotion to authority figures. Drew Cain's concerning pattern of control. Drew's behavior has raised red flags among those who know him best. His sister, Sam McCall, has reportedly expressed concern about his increasingly controlling tendencies since his return to Port Charles. During a private conversation with Dante Falconeri, Sam allegedly shared her worries about Drew's black and white thinking and his tendency to view anyone who disagrees with him as an enemy. "This isn't the brother I remember," Sam confided. "There's an edge to him now, a rigidity that wasn't there before. I'm worried about what that means for Willow and those children." Drew's business associates have noted similar changes in his professional approach, with several ELQ board members privately expressing concern about his increasingly unilateral decision-making and resistance to compromise, traits that appear to have carried over into his personal relationships. The inevitable awakening. As pressure mounts from all sides, cracks are beginning to appear in Willow's unwavering support of Drew. During a recent encounter with Christina Davis at Charlie's pub, Willow appeared momentarily shaken when Christina gently reminded her of her own experiences with cult manipulation and the similarities she observed in Willow's current situation. "You deserve to make your own choices, Willow," Christina said. "Just make sure they're really yours and not someone else's choices that you've convinced yourself you want." For a brief moment, observers noted a flash of recognition in Willow's eyes, a fleeting glimpse of doubt that suggests her awakening may be closer than Drew realizes. As Michael's return approaches and the custody battle looms, Willow will inevitably be forced to confront the consequences of the decisions she's made under Drew's influence. The coming weeks will prove critical as this situation continues to unfold. Will Willow recognize the troubling patterns before irreparable damage is done to her relationship with her children's father? Or will Drew's influence continue to drive her further from the thoughtful, compassionate woman Port Charles once knew? Next, we will learn about the fascinating dynamics of soap opera reunions and the playful interactions between beloved daytime television stars. The enduring appeal of soap opera villains. "He's definitely playing a great villain part." "Face with open mouth," exclaimed an enthusiastic fan, highlighting Cameron Matheson's remarkable ability to embody complex characters with depth and nuance. This sentiment resonates deeply with longtime viewers who appreciate the intricate storytelling that defines daytime drama. Villains in soap operas serve as catalysts for conflict and emotional growth, challenging protagonists and pushing narratives into unexpected territories. Matheson's portrayal on General Hospital demonstrates the sophisticated evolution of antagonistic characters in modern soap storytelling, blending traditional villainous traits with psychological complexity that keeps audiences invested. Fan reactions, a mixed bag of emotions. The Instagram comment section erupted with diverse opinions following Matheson's appearance. "Good, keep him, take him away from General Hospital," pleaded one viewer, revealing the passionate attachment fans develop to storylines and character arcs. This reaction illustrates the deeply personal investment viewers make in their favorite shows, sometimes preferring certain narrative directions over others. Other commenters noted the parallel between Matheson's real-life playfulness and his character's tendency to disrupt relationships, with one astutely observing, "He's coming in between a lot of people in Port Charles, too." LMAO. This comment specifically referenced the controversial storyline involving Drew Cain becoming romantically entangled with both a mother and daughter, a classic soap opera complication that has generated significant buzz among the General Hospital fanbase. The anticipated All My Children revival. The prospect of an All My Children reboot has ignited nostalgia and excitement among longtime soap enthusiasts. This potential revival represents more than just a return to Pine Valley, it symbolizes the enduring cultural significance of daytime dramas in an era dominated by streaming services and limited series. The original show's groundbreaking storylines and beloved characters created a legacy that continues to resonate with viewers years after its conclusion. A reboot would offer opportunities to revisit classic relationships while introducing contemporary social issues, potentially bridging generations of viewers through shared emotional investment in these iconic characters. Backstage antics, creating memorable moments. During his visit to Liv with Kelly and Mark, Matheson engaged in playful photographic hijinks that captured the attention of social media followers. The backstage environment provided a canvas for spontaneous creativity, resulting in a series of entertaining images that showcased the genuine camaraderie between these daytime television veterans. Matheson's strategic positioning between Ripa and Consuelos in photos created a visual metaphor that playfully referenced soap opera love triangles, demonstrating how these performers bring their understanding of dramatic tension into real-world interactions. The warm embrace from Ripa juxtaposed with Consuelos' good-natured smile revealed the comfortable rapport established through years of professional relationships. The Kelly and Mark dynamic, daytime's power couple. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos represent one of entertainment's most enduring partnerships, their relationship having blossomed from on-screen chemistry to real-life marriage. Their transition from soap opera co-stars to mainstream television personalities illustrates the potential for career longevity in an industry often characterized by transience. The couple's willingness to reference their soap opera beginnings demonstrates a refreshing self-awareness and appreciation for the platform that launched their careers. Their success story serves as inspiration for current soap actors looking to expand their professional horizons while maintaining authentic connections to their daytime drama roots.